In this upcoming project sneak peek video, I'll go over 5 projects that I've currently got planned. I'll cover the craft table upgrade, router table, USB power brick, DeLorian model, and the Lego Luke Skywalker Red 5 helmet. The first project is actually already complete, and that's the craft bench upgrade. When I first set up the craft bench, I purchased an A0 blueprint cutting mat and had it in a portrait position. Then after using it for a bit, I realized it wasn't wide enough, so I rotated it and it worked quite well. However, when doing some other videos, I realized I needed the entire desk covered. So I decided to order another duplicate mat and would position it to complete the semicircle. I needed to trim the edges off so the two circle halves came together, so I took it to a sheet metal business and they did the nice clean cuts I was after. The end result looks great, and I also have some spare mat that I can use later if needed. Project number 2 is the router table. So a little backstory is required here. Just before Louise and I got together, I was about to invest in some woodworking equipment, however I decided not to as I was going to be moving and wouldn't have the space to do it. As you can see from this photo of the garage at our rental, there isn't much room at all. Louise has a lot of stuff stored in cardboard boxes and it's all kind of piled up taking space, and it's not a very efficient use of space. I've also got stuff, but it's all in plastic storage tubs so it doesn't take up quite as much room. Anyways, I started a new job a few months ago and we get a lot of our deliveries on pallets. These are put on the sidewalk and people come by and take them for firewood. I noticed that certain pallets had quite good wood on them and I was getting the itch to do something with them, but also I was frustrated that I didn't have a workshop to make use of them. I had an awakening that I was creating my own mental barriers, and I decided that if there isn't much room in the garage, that I needed to fix that. How about taking those pallets and making boxes for storage? Eventually, I'll make enough boxes that I'll have more room in the garage. Hence, one of the reasons I took a trip back to my shed was to collect my tools so I could start work on these boxes. It was also tax refund time, so I invested in a DeWalt DW735 thickness planer. This would allow me to mill that pallet lumber into something useful. So after that long story, to make all of these boxes, I want to utilize my router, and seeing as I'm already limited in space, I decided to make a router table for it. It just so happens that about 2 years ago, I purchased a collection of these Woodsmith books on eBay, and one of them has plans for a router table. I'm currently in the progress of following the plans to get it built. I spent yesterday using the planer to mill 12 lengths of lumber to use for the frame. This will be covered in a more detailed video in the future. Project number 3 is a USB power brick I'm going to make. If you remember my video on the thermal limited USB charger, I still had not solved my problem by the end of the video. So I decided that I would buy all of the electronic components required to make my own USB power brick that was capable of handling the load my LED lights require. I was going to try and fit it in this box, however I soon realized it was going to be cramped and the next size box up was way too large. Seeing as I'm going to have a router table shortly, I decided to make my own custom sized wood box, so this project is on the back burner until that is done. Project number 4 is the DeLorian steel model kit. I purchased this a while ago, but due to the lighting issues I was having with my thermal limited USB charger, I put it off until this is resolved, which will be soon once I get that power brick finished. Finally, project number 5 is the Lego Luke Skywalker Red 5 helmet. This was a Christmas present given to me by Louise, and I'm planning on building it after I get through my current Lego collection I had from when I was a child. I've still got about 20 kits to go, and they're all delayed when I finish the space kits I had. So it will be a while yet before I get to this build, as I also want to test out different build style videos before I get to this one. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this sneak peek into my upcoming projects and getting an insight as to why I'm planning them. Let me know in the comments which one you're most interested in. Until next time, bye!